We, Homo sapiens. Thousands of years ago, we are not the only human species. We had one evolutionary cousin. Neanderthals. But, where are they now? Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel. Hidden Rees. The Neanderthals are one of the great mysteries of the human past. After almost a century and a half of discovery, analysis, and debate, they remain an enigma. They are very close to us in many respects, but yet very distant. Neanderthals are subspecies of archaic humans, who lived in Eurasia until about 40,000 years ago. The Neanderthals are the last of our fossil ancestors to walk the earth and are probably not true ancestors, but actually evolutionary cousins who shared the planet with modern humans for more than 100,000 years. If you see the evolution tree of human beings, Neanderthals are closer species to Homo sapiens. They are called as Homo neanderthalensis. They both are evolved from the common ancestor, Homo heidelbergensis. In order to understand how the Neanderthals fit into the story of human evolution, we must travel back to between 6 and 10 million years ago. At this time that the earliest forms of humans, Australopithecines, emerged in Africa, apparently in response to the shrinkage of tropical forests and the corresponding growth of open landscapes. The earliest humans developed a trait that not only set them apart from their ancestral apes but from most other mammals: the ability to walk upright on two legs. Slightly more than 2 million years ago, the earliest members of the genus Homo appeared. They were the first humans to exhibit a pronounced increase in brain size and the first to manufacture stone tools. By 1 million years ago, populations of Homo had begun to move northward into cooler landscapes. By 500,000 years ago, they had reached Central Europe. As in the case of the expansion across northern landscapes is associated with evolutionary change. During this period we see further increases in brain size that mark the gradual emergence of our own species Homo sapiens. It is from the archaic forms of Homo sapiens that both the Neanderthals and ourselves evolved. The first human population to spread into northern Eurasia faced several new challenges to survival that seem to have been overcome through various behavioral and technological means. Within this broader picture of northern adaptation, the Neanderthals emerged as distinct human form roughly 200,000 years ago in Europe. The Neanderthals were the first humans to occupy Europe during periods of intense glacial cold. Earlier human populations seem to have abandoned higher latitudes during glacial periods. They were also the first humans to colonize the drier and colder landscapes of Eastern Europe. Because of high colder region, they had some distinctive feature, such as their short limbs and barrel-shaped chests. The large nasal cavity increased warming and humidifying the cold and dry air they breathed in. The feature that was probably most important in their conquest of new environments was their enlarged brain. On average, Neanderthal brains were slightly larger than modern humans, which gave them the insight and imagination to devise new means of coping with the daily challenges of these environments. Compared to Homo sapiens, they had high constant blood flow throughout the body to maintain their body temperature. And they possessed more fatty resource in their body, where plant resources might have been scarce during colder seasons. Their ability to obtain and process these fatty resources would have been advantageous in providing energy and sustenance to support their physical activities and survival. We know that the Neanderthals were highly robust and muscular, a trait that they had shared with their more primitive predecessors. They were not especially tall. Adult males seem to have averages about 1.60 meters in height. But they possessed large joints, and thick leg bones, and many parts of the skeleton exhibit the deep marks of powerful muscle attachments. The Neanderthal face also reflected some unique features that must have appeared odd, perhaps repulsive, to the modern humans who eventually met up with them. It possessed inflated cheeks and a remarkably prominent nose but lacked a chin. The front teeth were excessively large and, along with the cheek teeth, were placed so far forward relative to the rest of the face that a gap existed between the last molar and the back of the jaw. Studies of the teeth reveal extreme wear, including microscopic scratches that seem to have been caused by the regular practice of cutting of materials such as animal hide held firmly in the grip of the jaw. Neanderthals got their name from the Neander Valley in Germany, where their first fossilized remains were discovered in August 1856. Neanderthals occupied a large portion of Europe, and their habitats covered multiple climates, ranging from cold or cool climates to temperate ones. Even with these distinctive features, how Neanderthals became extinct. The extinction of Neanderthals is a complex and debated topic among scientists. Over the years, numerous hypotheses have emerged, based on archaeological, genetic, and environmental evidence. One hypothesis suggests that competition for resources played a crucial role in Neanderthal extinction. As Homo sapiens expanded their range into new territories, they likely encountered Neanderthals who were already well adapted to those environments. The competition for food, shelter, and other vital resources could have intensified, leading to conflicts between the two species. Homo sapiens, with their sophisticated hunting and gathering techniques, might have had a competitive advantage over Neanderthals in certain environments. Neanderthals were skilled and robust hunters. They employed close-range tactics, using spears and stone-tipped weapons, relying on their physical strength for success. Their hunting focused on large game, such as mammoths and bison, in group-based strategies. On the other hand, Homo sapiens, modern humans, were adept at both close and long-range hunting. They utilized more advanced tools like bow and arrow, enabling them to hunt from a distance. This innovation allowed them to target a broader range of prey, including smaller animals. Additionally, their social organization and communication skills contributed to successful cooperative hunting, eventually giving them a competitive edge over Neanderthals. Coexistence recent research has challenged the idea that modern humans wiped out Neanderthals soon after arriving from Africa. A discovery of a child's tooth and stone tools in a cave in southern France suggests Homo sapiens was in Western Europe about 54,000 years ago. That is several thousands of years earlier than previously thought, indicating that the two species could have coexisted for long periods. Therefore, one of the prominent theories explaining Neanderthal extinction involves interbreeding and assimilation with Homo sapiens. Genetic evidence from the sequencing of Neanderthal genomes has shown that there was interbreeding between the two species when they lived in the same geographic regions. The presence of Neanderthal DNA in the genomes of present-day non-African populations is a clear indication of this interbreeding. As Homo sapiens migrated out of Africa around 60,000 years ago and encountered Neanderthals in Europe and Asia, there might have been instances of hybridization between the two species. This could have led to the gradual assimilation of Neanderthals into the expanding Homo sapiens populations. Over time, the genetic contribution of Neanderthals might have become diluted, eventually leading to their disappearance as a distinct population. Researchers have also explored the possibility that behavioral and cognitive differences between Homo sapiens and Neanderthals contributed to the latter's extinction. Some studies suggest that Homo sapiens exhibited more complex social structures, communication skills, and symbolic thinking, which could have allowed them to form larger and more cooperative groups. In contrast, Neanderthals, while having their own sophisticated tools and cultural practices, might have had limitations in their ability to adapt rapidly to changing environments and adopt new technologies. This might have made them less resilient to environmental challenges and less capable of effectively competing with the more behaviorally flexible Homo sapiens. Interactions between Homo sapiens and Neanderthals might have been complex and multifaceted. Because the communication styles of both species is slightly different from each other, while there is evidence of interbreeding, there might also have been conflicts and violence between the two species. Another hypothesis suggests the extinction of Neanderthals around 40,000 years ago has been linked to significant climatic changes during the last glacial period. The Earth experienced shifts from relatively stable conditions to colder and more variable climates, impacting ecosystems and resources. Neanderthals, with their limited ability to adapt to these changes, may have struggled to find adequate food sources and shelter, leading to population decline and eventual extinction. Because the lack of food source, they may follow cannibalism. Evidence suggests that Neanderthals occasionally practiced cannibalism. Archaeological sites have revealed cut marks and bone fractures consistent with butchering and processing human remains. However, the reasons behind this behavior remain speculative. It is unclear whether Neanderthals resorted to cannibalism for nutritional needs, ritualistic practices, or as a result of scarce resources or cultural factors. Archaeological excavations in caves like El Sidrón, La Pasiega, and El Castillo in Spain have revealed Neanderthal cave paintings. It dated to around 64,000 years ago, unlike detailed paintings, but they also did cave paintings, and these paintings are the oldest ever paintings by a human species. Neanderthals also been caring to fellow clan members. Because one Neanderthal fossil belonged to a 40-year-old male with several major fractures. The bones of his right shoulder and upper arm appeared shriveled, most likely the result of a trauma that led to the amputation of his right forearm, while he was alive. Researchers don't know how he was injured but believe that he could not have survived long without a hand from his fellow man. Even Neanderthals had burial practices and may have used flowers in their burials. Some Neanderthal burial sites have been discovered with evidence of intentional burials, which suggests that they may have had some form of funerary ritual. These burials often involve the body being placed in a deliberate position and may include accompanying artifacts or offerings. The living proof for interbreeding between Neanderthals and Homo sapiens is us. Genetic studies have shown that modern humans outside of Africa carry a small percentage of Neanderthal DNA in their genomes. Most present-day non-African populations carry approximately 1–2% Neanderthal DNA in their genomes. This percentage may vary slightly among individuals and populations. The researchers found Neanderthal DNA in regions of the human genome associated with skin and hair, suggesting early humans leaving Africa benefited from interbreeding, perhaps giving them thicker, straighter hair and skin that helped them cope better with the colder Eurasian climate. However, Neanderthal DNA was also found in parts of the human genome associated with diseases such as diabetes, lupus, biliary cirrhosis and Crohn's disease, which causes inflammation of the gut. These are the important facts about our evolutionary cousin that we shared today. Throughout ancient times, multiple species of hominins, which are members of the human evolutionary family, coexisted, but now, we all belong to one species with the trace of all hominins. Even though we all belong to one species, we still separated ourselves because of country, culture, religion, race, class. So throw all the difference, live as one mankind. Comment your opinion about this video. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more content like this. Hidden Rees.